Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Muhammad Basir from the Department of Physics Education of Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. Let me present my paper entitled Feasibility Study of an Interactive Multimedia-Based Android Application Using Constructor Software in Senior High School Physics Learning. I would like to divide my talk into 4 parts consisting introduction, research method, result and discussion, and conclusion. So without further ado, let's proceed to the first part, which is introduction. In this COVID-19 pandemic learning setting, many students have their problem in learning, especially in physics. They struggle with their motivation. One of the reasons was because the limited independent learning media for them. This difficulty were especially overcome by students in a senior high school in Bontang, especially in terms of learning the Newton's law of gravity. Many studies report the use of developed media in learning. For example, interactive multimedia on gas kinetic theory material using Lectora that is conducted by Zainuddin et al. 2019. However, research on Android application on Newton's law of gravity using constructor software, moreover, in offline version is still very limited. Constructor is an HTML5 based application maker software specifically for 2D platform that can be used to develop interactive multimedia which can be accessed and operated independently by students via an Android smartphone. Therefore, this study focused on developing and determining the feasibility of an interactive multimedia-based Android application, MB-P6, on Newton's law of gravity. It is expected that this paper would contribute in providing an alternative independent physics learning media for Newton's law of gravity. Second point is research method. This was developmental research using the AD model consisting analyze, design, develop, implement, and evaluate. The research was intended to produce a certain product and test the feasibility of the resulted product. There are 4 kinds of participants in this research: 3 material experts, 2 media experts, 10 physics teachers, and 40 students. The detail for instrument and assessment aspect can be seen in this table. In terms of data analysis techniques, there are 2 kinds of percentage that were used in this research: percentage of quality, feasibility of learning media, and percentage analysis of learning media understanding. The details of percentage could be seen in this table. With a trial to operate the MB-P6 application by each validator, then they were asked to fill in each assessment instrument. The result of the material expert assessment showed that MB-P6 was considered very good theoretically with an average percentage of 88%. However, the application still needs revision to the indicators and description of the materials because they are considered too suitable for the resultant gravitational force. It is necessary to recheck the theoretical definition and analogies used and pay attention to the notation of the writing and depiction of vector quantities. From the result of media expert assessment, it could be said that the MB-Basic is a very good application in terms of software engineering and visual communication with an average percentage of 96%. Suggestion for improvement that need to be made are making the evaluation question more representative, adding answer feedback, and increasing the availability of animation or video content. This is the finished display of the MB-Basic application development using Construct 2. Okay. Here we can see that there are several main menus that can be accessed by user, namely comprehension, learning, indicator material, Newton's law, and Kepler's laws, evaluation menus, question, and the reference. We may try it. Okay. The results of teacher's perception questionnaire show that each teacher had a different perception of three assessment aspects. From the table, it can be interpreted that the average teacher perceives the MB-Basic application to be very well used to support learning with an average percentage of assessment of 84%. Improvement suggestions are firstly, the sentences used should be more concise but clear. Secondly, it needs for page number. Thirdly, science simulation process should be added. And then the result of comprehension test showed that students understood the main ideas and supporting details in the discourse, which was rated high with a percentage of 83%, which means the student can use the MB-Basic application and independently. That brings me to the end of my presentation. To sum up, the results of the study show that the interactive multimedia-based Android application called MB-Basics, Newton's law of gravitation, has been successfully developed and feasible to be used in the learning process in an offline mode or not connected to the internet. The suggestion for improvement in terms of definition, analogies of material images, and media representation really needs to be implemented to prepare the application for a wider scale of research use the test, since this study is still limited on the developmental stage. Therefore, to complete the implementation and evaluation stage, further research should be conducted. Okay, thank you for many participants and experts who have contributed in this research. Now, I would be really pleased to welcome you to the Q&A session. Thank you so much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.